Alright. All shots. Jesus Christ. Twitch duplicate, where is that at? Alright, now we got the draft lull open. Got this, I'll put that there. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, now this, refresh that. Should be online. Okay, perfect. Is there a way to put it? I don't know. That looks like it's gonna stay 720. Oh. I see. Alright, let's see, what screen is this on? No, we want it on. Where's this draft though? Oh, okay. Apologies for the late start. I just got out of the shower. Wanted to warm up a little bit. Oh. Alright, put that away, got that here. It looks like they are ready. DH is ready draft-wise. Let me just turn the draft screen on. That should be the good one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, let me just update the scoreboard. We've got this arrow, this one. We've got Blossom. Looks like we're starting the draft right away. Alright, so on the side of Blossom, we are going to be banning Zoe away from... Let me just pull up the names. From Pickle Waffle. Seeker is going to have his Cinder banned away. Going to be taking away the Ash away from Ghost Nation. It's something that both Magic and Ghost Nation play. And also banning Sivir. Magic Jhin is also going to be banned away. Let's see what the last ban for Gaboubou is going to be here on red side for the round 1 of bans. I really need a hairbrush. Looks like we're going to be taking Batan's Skarner away. The insta-lock of Caitlyn. Looks like we have come to fight, and we want that turret taking priority lane here for the side of Mr. Magic. I wonder what support we're going to be pairing with this Caitlyn. We're going to be pairing an AP support, an engage support. We really have to see different dynamics that the Caitlyn lane can have are pretty wide. But the Caitlyn early start is very important. It looks like we are going to go with a safe scaling option in the Ezreal here for Ghost Nation. Alright, Ezreal Karma, a standard Ezreal lane, going to have pretty decent wave clear access and good poking potential. Blossom's gonna have to be careful in this bot lane as things can go from bad to worse with just a few bad moves. Let's see here what we're going to be picking up for Blossom. I assume we're going to be picking up probably support and jungle to round off the first rotation. But we'll have to see. It looks like we are picking up Bard for I'd assume his Perfect Girl, the support on Blossom. And we're going to grab Seeker, his Ahri, one of his better playmaking champions that he has access to. Let's see what Pickle Waffle is going to be picking into this Ahri. I mean, the Yone is still open, but I don't know if Pickle Waffle plays it. Other than that, oh, sorry. Long day. But it's the last work day of the week. Looks like we are just going to be picking up the Udyr. I assume this is a Gigi's Udyr. I don't think we want to see Udyr top lane. At least in my headcanon, top lane Udyr hasn't really been that good. And nothing's really changed. It's just, you know, we've kind of moved away from just Cassante Ornn every game. And that's where Udyr was like pretty damn decent. So it looks like we're going to be banning the Olaf away from Gwen 1v9 on the side of Gaboubou. Let's see what Blossom is going to be banning first in their second rotation of bans. We're going to be banning Renekton away from Stormwing. It makes sense. I do believe Blossom don't believe that this Udyr is top lane, so they believe it is a jungle pick because it is rather good in the jungle currently. And it looks like we are banning Batan's Viego. Alright, really nice character to pair with the Ahri. Really good in the 2v2 skirmishes. And also Viego, just a champion, kind of like Jinx, that once it gets access to resets, can kind of start popping off. Though it is a little more reliant on the enemy's items at the time, because that is what you mimic. We're also going to be banning Aatrox away from Stormwing. Here trying to buy a little bit of a safer early game for Gwen 1v9. We'll have to see if this is fruitful. Here more than likely Gaboubou is going to pick for Pickle Waffle here in the mid lane so we can keep counter pick for top lane. I really don't think it's a smart idea to pick a top lane if they do that. But we'll have to see. Looks like we are going to pick Rise into Ari. Okay, interesting. Rise, known as a little bit of a short range mage. Not too sure. Not too sure about the pick into the Ari, but I mean, Seeker plays both, so I guess he knows how to play both sides of the matchup. We'll have to see here what Blossom are going to round off their count with. They need a jungler and they need a top laner. More assumably, they need a bit more physical damage. Let's see. So we're going to be locking in Gnar for Gwen 1v9. Okay, a solid blind safe top laner. I'll have to see what Stormwing has in store to play against that. And what is Batan picking? We kind of need a tank. Or something to engage. Because right now, the only way to start a teamfight is if Seeker finds a pick or if Bard lands an ult. But you don't really want to use the Bard ult to start a teamfight. Okay, looks like we are getting the Lilia. Okay, I'm surprised Lilia made it so late in the rotation. I guess because the Udyr was picked and we have Ezreal Karma, it wasn't that big of a priority. But alright, let's see here what Stormwing is going to pick up in order to round up the composition. Reminder that Ambessa is banned until after Super Week, so she will be legal for playoffs contention. But until playoffs, she is not legal to be played in the Mamago Esports. At least for Division 3. For Division 2, 4, and 5, they should be able to play it starting on the week of the 18th. It's 8 days from now. Alright, looks like the draft is done. We're rounding up with a Kemi into this Gnar. I'm not too sure how the matchup goes, but I'm pretty sure Kemi abuses mini Gnar and doesn't want to take trades when Mega is available. Rise versus Ari probably just going to be a farm fest, looking to see who can get priority by shoving in the way first. And I'm pretty sure Lilia and Udyr is just farm festival. So alright, looks like that draft is done, but we are waiting, I believe we are waiting 8 minutes. I believe a confirmation that the support was arriving around 8:15 on the side of Blossom. I believe that's the case. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. So interesting team comp from both sides. We've seen a lot of these picks by from Blossom, not to the highest degree of success, but these feel like they're definitely comfort picks. But we'll have to see how Blossom's able to hold the momentum should they take a game. Alright, we are just waiting for his perfect girl to arrive, then I will be flickering the screen for champion select. She'll get cozy, get in. Gonna be an interesting match. Let's look at the rankings here. Give me a second. Here the rankings. So Division 3B, I believe. Right now, Gaboubou are playing. They won't, with a win, they won't be able to tie DH going into Super Week, but they can, if Team No Follow lose their next match and Gaboubou win, they can solidify third place in Swiss before heading into Super Week. But Super Week is there's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's it's a 7-game day. It's gonna be on the 17th. I'm casting DH Boucheron for the Division 3 as I was asked to, and it's going to be an intense day, and we look forward to it. So here we see Blossom are currently 3-3. Every team is. I believe every team is making Super Week. So, but I don't really know how the playoffs are going to be structured. But I'm pretty sure the first 2 seeds going into Super Week will have like sort of like an advantage, because I think in order to like get good seeding in playoffs, I think I haven't looked into it, but right now the Chiefs only dropping a single game so far this entire league. Is quite a gap from one game loss to 6, and DH are the second closest team, so it's really crazy. We can see what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, we can. But yeah, hopefully Blossom are, if No Follow loses their match and Blossom win, I believe they'll be able to overtake them in the standings. It would put them, if they win, if they 2-0, they would put them at 10-8. Yeah, so they could have the possibility with a win here, they have the possibility of moving up to the 3rd slot and giving them really nice, a nice cushion for playoffs going into Super Week. But let's see if we're going to be able to achieve this dream. It should only be a few more minutes, and then we are going to be getting into the game. A reminder, all tournament VODs will be uploaded the following day at 10 a.m. on the YouTube channel. So feel free, if you haven't already checked out the YouTube channel, I'm going to link it real quick. If you're interested, as always, it is free to subscribe. Where's my touch? Reminder, it is free to subscribe. All my casts are uploaded on the YouTube channel, and if ever you want to take part in an episode of Live Glazing where I cast solo queue, flex, or any interesting games, you have to be on my friends list, so you gotta send me a friend request if that is the case. But I do it quite often. I am stocking up on content before Christmas, because Christmas is gonna be long, and I need about 35 more videos that I'm looking forward to upload, and I think we've got one with Super Week, so we have 2 with the Super Weeks. I have like, technically I have like 16 videos already, so we have 2 with the Super Weeks, and then I don't know how playoffs are gonna work, but I'm gonna try and cast as much of playoffs as I can once we see how the playoff structure is going to be. I'm going to be finding teams that I can cast, and that'll be that. Looking forward. Super Week feels like it's gonna be a big week. Well, those 2 Sundays are gonna be pretty hard. But I'll make sure I'm ready. It does start at like 10 in the morning, so I have to like adapt my sleeping schedule so that like I'm awake. Cause normally I wake up around like 11 or like 12:30, so I definitely don't want to be late on that aspect. Alright, looks like Mr. JC's match has already started. Good luck to them. Alright, shouldn't be too long. About a minute or 2 before we get into the Champion Select. A reminder that once we do get into Champion Select, it is about 5 to 6 minutes in between the Champion Select and the game. So if you are watching and not playing, do get your snack, your drinks. Take the time to go to the washroom if you have to. Make sure everything is taken care of so you don't miss any of this action. So 2 middle of the pack teams. So we'll have to see who comes out on top. Welcome anyone new to the stream. Remember, if you enjoy what you're seeing, check me out on YouTube or drop me a follow here on Twitch. Anything helps. VODs, well, also for people that can't stay for the entire stream, VODs for the current cast will be uploaded the following day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that. There's always daily content, and it's not always going to be League of Legends, but hey, sometimes we're going to be having fun with like Pokemon and stuff, and maybe some Banjo and Kazooie playthroughs and stuff. And I haven't really decided what I want to do during the like off season, but I know I want to make some kind of like diverse style content. Who's winning game 1? Based on the draft, if Gaboubou don't throw like they did in game 3 versus DH, I'd probably give it to Gaboubou. But if Gaboubou play like they played in game 3, then Blossom is taking game 1. I feel like the Ezreal, the Ryze, the Camille are all going to outscale their relative partners of all their lane opponents. And the Bard, unless he lands like super critical ultimates, I feel like, yeah. I feel like that's going to be the difference maker. We got to see a carry. What? Won't be too long. We are creating a new lobby because there was too much time in that lobby and it timed out. I don't know why tournament lobbies do that. Feels pretty nonsensical. So it won't be too long. I'm just waiting for Mr. Magic to get back online. Then he'll send me an invite or the code, and I'll be able to join the lobby so we can start Champ Select. Alright, looks like Mr. Magic is back. I believe we are gonna be getting into Champ Select very shortly. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pretty late cast for me. Normally I do like casts around like 7:30. Honestly, I would love them earlier than that, but people work, so I will not complain on that note. Alright, just waiting on Mr. Magic to remake the lobby. And then I believe we are going to be getting into the Champion Select. Oh, 4 notifications on Discord. Ah. Join custom. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We are the back. I believe we're just missing we're just missing Pickle Waffle. And once Pickle Waffle is here, I believe we'll be able to start the Champion Select because Perfect Girl has arrived. Alright, the Champion Select is ready. I will toggle off the draft so we can watch the Champion Select, but I think it's pretty obvious where everyone is going, but just in case the people who wanted to watch the Champion Select itself, a reminder that the 5 to 6 minutes before we get into game starts now, so if you need a refreshment or you need to go to the washroom or just do something real quick, make sure to do so before you miss out on any of the action in this beautiful game. Once we've got the loading screen for the game, I will be turning the music off, and I'll be turning the music back on once we get out of game, so in the lobby for the draft and / Champ Select. Alright. Oh, I'm so tired. What? Oh god, okay, I gotta give it like 100,000,000%. I took my pill early, I drank my peach juice, and now we need our water to stay awake. Honestly, I could do it with some more food because I'm gonna be peckish by the end of this. But we are doing the slipping no me. Oh, the Lulu hover? Okay. What? Huh? Okay. Well. Okay. Well, the 5 to 6 minutes starts now. I will be right back. I'm gonna mic off. But get ready for the action that we are gonna bring you, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I have returned. Okay, we are making sure that we are locking in the right champions this time. I don't know if that was a shout out to his girlfriend, who was a Lulu one trick, but it was funny to see. Getting into the second round of bans. We should be getting into the game shortly. Reminder, we've got a 3-minute spectator delay and 1 minute for runes, so it's going to be about 4-ish minutes from the time that starts. Nothing I can do on my end about it. Alright. 3 minutes and 30 seconds until we get into the beautiful game. Look forward to it. I'm gonna be on my phone until whatever happens, happens. Oh. Sorry if the stream's gonna be a little bit lower energy than normal. It's at the end of a long work week for me, and honestly, I'm looking forward to being able to sleep in the mornings. Gotta start setting up the alarm to wake up for like the super week. So, guess we're gonna try and adapt that schedule. So, apologies if it's not as passionate as it always is. I will put about 100% of what's left in the tank, but the tank has been running on empty since yesterday. I did not particularly sleep well. I also went to bed at like 5 a.m. for some fucking reason, but yeah, that's an issue that I'm stuck with. I'm interested in seeing how the top and mid play out. Pretty sure the rest of the game is going to be focused around a farming festival, so we'll have to see what we get done with that. Here we go, finally here, performing for you. Know the words you can join into. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Oh, DK, Donkey Kong, the other bunch, you know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If that shoots you, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. Huh, DK. Donkey Kong. Alright, we've got some nice skins here. Prestige Caitlyn, T1 Bard. Okay, we got some expensive skins in the bot lane for Gaboubou. And yeah. Let me turn the Summoner's Rift sound on. U-O-N-I. Alrighty. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 brought to you by the Fallen Sector.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
A tier start for Rise, double defensives. On the top side, we got double grabs, so it's going to be a battle of attrition. Looks like we are trying to get early vision against this Udyr. Oh. Okay, looks like we are going to get confirmed vision on Gaboubou's Raptors. Lilia already having swapped over to the Oracle's Trinket.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like we did standard 5 point here for the side of Gaboubou. No vision information was gained. I don't think we're going to be playing with lane swaps anyways. The sweeper is going to come out, but nothing's going to be found. So indeed, there was no information gathered.
If you desire peace, you must prepare for war.
Alright, Karma. If you desire peace, prepare for war. Alright, it sounds like something Vladimir Putin would say. Okay. Oh. Okay. This Perfect Girl got a line of Cosmic Binding onto Karma early on. I don't think we're going to see much action here between Stormwing and Gwen. I think we're going to go for optimized Grass Procs. Other than that, Kemi's probably going to look to just heal up by using her W. And Nar will probably look for some Boomerang Grass Proc trades. Decent amount of damage came out the Seeker in the mid lane. Pickle Waffle having a good time. The Inspire Shield from Karma going to come out to block the Yordle Snap Trap enhanced damage from the Caitlyn auto. And so far, just standard, regular farming. Meganar has been procced here in the top lane. Let's see if we get a bit of damage. Stormwing going to be taking a lot of damage. But yeah, Meganar, a big difference is that when the Meganar is on cooldown, the Gnar feels like he does a lot less. Seeker going to be pushed away. Pick a Waffle might look for a back two. Actually going to stay an extra wave. But Seeker forced back. Gonna get a Sapphire Crystal and a refillable, forcing the teleport here. Nice hook shot into Precision Strike by Camille. Going to even up the HP here. Now, Pick a Waffle is going to look for a reset. Has a little bit more money, and because he had a tier, we'll see what he gets. Looks like we've got standard full clear +1 scuttle for both junglers. Karma and Bard are now trading. Nice wallop away. No, sorry, wallop is the big Mega Gnar jump. So a nice hop away by Gnar to avoid taking that precision strike damage. Oh, Karma Q gonna go into outer space. Teleport has not been used yet for either top laner. Looks like Seeker going to be on the worst half of a trade here, but both mid laners not getting the most optimal start yet. And Gwen 1v9 going to go down. The Ignite invested onto the Karma, forcing the flash away. Mr. Magic having a good time in this bot lane. Up quite a bit of CS. Karma doing a decent amount of damage. The Guardian proc coming through on Bard. Seeker and Pick a Waffle both pretty low here. It looks like Lilia has started the dragon. Seeker going to opt into all in, but not have the damage. Had the level advantage, but just couldn't find the angle. And this is gonna be pretty bad. Seeker had already been pushed back early. This is gonna mean he's not going to get... Batan probably gonna be forced to flash here. So that's unfortunate for the side of Blossom. On the bright side here, Gnar is up a lot of CS. Okay, the flash from both Seeker and Pick a Waffle was just used here. But Pick a Waffle still has his ult to get back, so given that he has the kill money, Ghost Nation might be able to get a plate here. But it looks like we have 3 people topside for the Grubs for Blossom. So, going to be off to a good start. First objective was the Infernal Dragon secured by Batan. Things going well for the side of Blossom, at least outside of the mid lane. The Catalyst picked up here for Rise. That Rod of Ages is going to be pretty annoying. The wave shoved in means that third plate is not going to be taken. The Bard trying to make his way back to the bot lane. Udyr not on vision, but looks like we're trying to make a play on a Pick a Waffle, and the Rise ult is going to be enough. The Rise ult going to be used to successfully survive a 1v3. Sleepy time was not invested. I'm surprised. If Rise was put to sleep, I'm pretty sure it cancels
You lack strategic foresight.
It cancels the Realm Warp. Like he can't travel if he's CC'd. Ezreal going to get a good ult in.
Where are you going?
Kemi taking a really good trade onto Gnar.
Patience isn't a virtue. It is the virtue. For you, this will be over.
The Nar's gonna be oh, unfortunately
Focus.
the Mega Nar's gonna be dodged, and Gwen 1v9 gonna win that trade against Camille. Now up about 15 CS and a kill, going to be able to get some interesting items. They're about at the same item mark, give or take a dagger. Mr. Magic still doing good in terms of CS. Seeker gonna take a lot of damage on that trade. But Realm Orb is about half off cooldown. The teleports are almost coming back off. Mr. Magic now looking to have about a 200 gold lead. So that's good. But unfortunately, Seeker's down a little bit of gold. Rise, his wave clear only gets dumber as he finishes items right now. He hasn't built any damage. Seeker getting his back interrupted again. Stormwing going to have to be a little bit careful, as the Snar can snowball if he gets too fed. Looks like we are going Leandries for both Udyr and Lilia.
Fix.
Okay, Seeker forced back, but now almost has his Malignance. Rise about one wave off his Rod of Ages. Gonna look to get that as soon as he can. About 20 gold off. He should have it. Okay. Rise Teleport is available. Karma is rotating mid to Shadow. Okay, the fight for second grubs is going to be starting. Udyr has finished the item. Okay, the Ignite going to come onto the Udyr. Seeker going to take a positive trade. Pickle Waffle going to die to Seeker. The Meganar going to be invested in the top lane to clear the wave. And a little bit of a fumble here from the side of Gaboubou. And it looks like it's going to be 6 grubs to 0 unless Gigi can make it. That ace in the hole from Magic was really helpful. The Cosmic Binding gonna come down, but looks like Batan is going to secure the 6th grub. Unfortunately, is going to die for that. She does have enough to get her Leandries. Pickle Waffle probably now going to look to finish the Seraphs. The Malignance finished on Seeker is huge. Now has about a 900 gold lead. Up top, the gold lead has been settled, and it's really just in terms of the mid lane that there is any somewhat of a gold lead. A little bit of a farm lead here for the side of Batan over Gigi. Ooh. Stormwing might just be dead. Yep, Stormwing is just dead. That's a Triforce to not a Triforce, and unfortunately, Meganar does Meganar things, and he does damage. Okay. Blossom are playing as a unit this time, playing around Seeker, which is good. The Wild Arrows has been picked up here for Magic. Very helpful. And Guam 1v9 going to be the recipient of a lot of turret money, now up about 800 gold. There's no teleport here for Stormwing. And that's a 4th plate over the Gwen 1v9. So we just have to be careful here from the side of... Oh, the flash invested by his perfect girl. I'm not too sure why. Stormwing going to take a 1v1, but Gnar is in tiny form. However, the first turret goes to Gwen 1v9. Gwen 1v9 gonna get yet another kill onto the Udyr. Let's see if the fatigue can wear off. Oh, unfortunately not able to get away from the Udyr. The fatigue was a little too strong. Though about 2,000 gold up now on the Realm War being invested. Onto the Ahri, and that shutdown is going to be very helpful over for Pickle Waffle, who now has his Sorcerer Shoes, but Caitlyn getting a turret, so that's a 2 turrets to none for now. Rise gonna have a little bit of a struggle. Teleport invested by Gwen 1v9 now that the top lane turret has been taken. Pickle Waffle gonna have to run away. Oh, Gwen 1v9 with the boomerang. Nope. Looks like we are going Black Cleaver second. Seeker's going to be building a Horizon Focus. And I think Magic's building an Infinity Edge. But it looks like all that pressure from the teleport bot lane has given up priority. Ooh, okay. Gwen 1v9 with the smooth moves. And is that going to be a solo kill? No. Pickle Waffle going to live. The sleepy time invested onto 2 people. Seeker going to find a pick onto a Gigi. But Batan going to kill a Gigi. However, okay, Batan gonna live by the skin of her teeth. Another beautiful coordinated play here for this. Ooh, looks like Seeker could not find the Karma, and another turret goes over to Gwen 1v9. If Gaboubou keep playing like this, they're going to be going home 0-2 at this rate. We'll have to see if they can make some adaptations. Because these picks really don't seem like they're working out much, but they are really late game. However, the Gnar is probably never going to lose to the Camille at this rate in terms of the amount of money the Gnar has. We've got about a 3,000 gold difference up top, so once that Black Cleaver comes in, the Camille won't be able to duel the Gnar anymore. Well, she already can't duel him in Mega. But the Horizon Focus here finished for Seeker is huge. Everyone seems to have a gold lead on the side of Blossom. We're up about 5.5 thousand gold. The Gigi going to be struggling here. The Temporal Trespass going to be enough. We're saving the Charm for the end of the Temporal Trespass, and Seeker's going to get yet another kill onto a Gigi. A Gigi not having the greatest day. The top side for Gaboubou having a little bit of trouble. Not that Ghost Nation hasn't done much, but he hasn't been involved in any of the team fights, so he hasn't been able to have any money. And the return of Heartsteel Braum. An interesting build. But I guess when you're a Bard one trick, you're a Bard one trick. Karma going to be clearing out some wards.
Run with me.
Seeker with another beautiful Spirit Rush play. Force the flash over the wall. Ghost Nation. Stormwing gonna manage to get the kill. The Realm Warp coming in. Blossom with a little bit of a fumble here. But Gwen 1v9, an insane amount of pressure given over to him. The teleport invested by... Ooh. Okay, well, he's probably just going to be able to kite this. Yep. The Rise has phase rush, but the hyper proc is going to be enough to just be able to run away. Unfortunately, Udyr, very squishy when you go, when these tank junglers go AP items first, or like these bruisers, they go like an AP item first. They're super squishy, and Gnar built 2 damage items, so is gonna be up for the majority of this game whenever he finds someone low HP, gets a Mega Gnar into the wall, into the crunch, wall up, rock throw, auto attack. Enough to solo kill almost anyone. At the Lecho, going to be caught by Seeker again. Another beautiful ace in the hole. Ghost Nation gonna try and block it, but not gonna be able to. The barrier comes out, but it's not gonna do enough. Ghost Nation here really trying to finish his items, but if his team keeps picking fights like this or getting caught, the Rise just won't have the time to scale. Rise will be really deadly at the 2 to 3 item mark, but for now, gotta be careful. Riftmaker almost done here for Lilia, and we almost have an Infinity Edge here for Magic. Ezreal working on his second item, but for now, okay, looks like yeah. See, like you just proc hyper on the Gnar, and you run at super speed. So also we're 3 dragons to 0 for the side of Blossom. So we've got a Chemtech Soul in 5 minutes. It was just recently taken, but oh, Pickle Waffle taking a shit ton of damage. The exhaust into the W gonna be enough as Perfect Girl picks up the kill on Pickle Waffle. Okay, I mean, did we not listen when 1v9 was fed as fuck? Okay, and going to get walloped, Antelecho going to get killed by Mr. Magic, and yeah, honestly, we're good to fold it here. Mr. Magic gonna take a reset, while Seeker pushes into the inhib, and Gwen 1v9 pushes the top lane. We've got some serious advantages going. I like it. A lot of coordinated plays here for the side of DH Blossom. Something that is not normally, well, something that is normal in their first game, but we'll have to see if the momentum can continue, because very often what happens is there's a very good game 1, and then game 2 there's a fallout, and they lose the momentum, and then game 3 it's basically just a solo queue game. So if they're able to keep this momentum, they could easily take a 2-0, but we'll have to see if they can break the curse that's been afflicted on them. Force of Nature now finished for Gwen 1v9. That means this Rise and Udyr are going to do negative damage to him, and he does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, while Udyr is a great jungler, he's very squishy, and often does very good into team comps where they can't one-shot him, so he can like cycle his turtle stance, or, well, sorry, Illidan's protection. Antelecho going to get caught again, going for vision. This is exactly what happens against DH game 3. Someone checked the bush for vision, and the game just ended. We now have 2 items here on the Rise, though, starting to work on his 3rd item, but I don't think it's gonna matter. We've got an 11,000 gold deficit that they have to work through. And yeah, the 90 caliber net auto attack going to be enough. Yordle Snaptrap being put. True Shot Barrage going to do a lot. Pickle Waffle might just die here. The Inspire Shield not going to cover for much. But yeah, we're 2-manning Baron. This Gnar, this Gnar and Ahri combo, the MVPs of game number 1 so far. Patan had some decent plays, and Mr. Magic had good follow-up, but It's really Seeker's playmaking agenda, and the fact that they kind of just gave Gwen 1v9 a free lane. They just Stormwing lost a 1v1, and then they kind of just started feeding him double kills at a point, and there's just nothing to be done here. At least in this game, they can try to slowly scale up and maybe play for the Nasher, but we're down 13,000 gold. The Ari has so much damage, it's not even funny. The Spirit Rush, also on such a low cooldown that it doesn't really matter. Gwen 1v9 does so much damage that a Hyper Pride does about 15% of Udyr's HP. Perfect Girl going to kill Stormwing. Temporal Trespass, not going to find anyone, but a Gigi going to die here to Batan. The Mega Gnar, not going to find anything over the wall. Unfortunately, they were just a little... his Perfect Girl might die, but going to live. But here we've got 6 grubs, Baron buff. The top side of Gaboubou is dead. So we're going to take the inhib. We're going to go get the Chemtech Soul, reset, siege top, and probably look to just end the game. Gwen 1v9 almost having a Randuin's at this point in the game. Gotta be almost 4 items, while Stormwing doesn't even have 2. Yeah, 5,000 gold gap really is going to be impactful. I don't know. Gigi made some decent plays early, but yeah, it's really Antelecho just getting caught every time going for wards. It's almost like when we casted the Plume series and the Janna was like 0-12 by the end of the game. She just kept getting caught. Alright. Batan going to be running at the speed of sound. Gwen 1v9 and Magic going to be taking some jungle camps away from the Udyr. Udyr doesn't really have anything to farm anymore. Ravenous Hydra finally coming in for the Camille, but I think it's a little too late. And while Rise is a good scaling pick, when you're down almost 2 items onto your mid laner, you just don't dish the same amount of damage that you would need to in order to do that damage. Though in the reverse scenario, Rise would be one-shotting people with 4 items, so... We've got Ezreal pushing out the super minion wave, but we've got 6 grubs. No Baron buff left, but that turret's just gonna melt. It's basically made out of paper. Stormwing looking for a play onto Seeker. Not gonna find it though. Seeker with the over deception going to find a kill. Another beautiful charm by Seeker. Gigi with the Winter Storm. Not gonna be able to find, but now we've got 2 inhibs broken. It's gonna be 3 inhibs broken. We're gonna have double super minions. Seeker looking for a play. The ace in the hole. Gnar back into the team. Antelecho going to die again. Batan takes yet another kill. Ghost Nation might just die to this Bard. Actually, no. Bard going to try to take a 1v1 when he just has a hard steal. But that's game number 1. A convincing win in game 1 for the side of DH. And yeah. So listen up, dudes. Drink inside to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can float through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With us giving her heart. She's one cool Kong. Huh, DK. Donkey Kong. Kong has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretches arm out just for you. A pretty dominant game 1 win here for the side of Blossom. The solo lanes really pushing through that advantage, making it almost... something went wrong. Please try again in a moment. you is the last member of the DK crew. Alright, we've got, I believe we've got Gaboubou on blue side for game number 2. But this costs one hell of a gun. Take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple shells, grapes, melon, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melon, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah. They're waiting on the ready check before the draft on both sides. And yeah, I'm interested in seeing the development of the draft adaptations, because Seeker's Ari, Magic's Caitlyn, Gwen 1v9's Nara, these were all common formalities, and it seems like Gaboubou wasn't ready to play against these. So, no offense to Antilecho, but gotta be a little careful on these awkward roam timings. Making a lot of team fights 4v5 to start off with is an awkward scenario. I believe we are just waiting. Everyone is here. I think someone is using the bathroom. I'm not too sure, but we'll know in just a second. So how did you guys like game 1 for those watching? It was pretty action packed. Alright. Okay. Alright, looks like we are going to be starting the draft. We're just waiting on Gwen 1v9 to reboot their PC. We have the R draft here for the side of Blossom. I believe we are just waiting on Gaboubou's ready check. Do do do, do do do, do 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 do, do do do, do 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 do, do do do. Alright, well, back to Blue Archive while we wait. You shouldn't be playing mobile games while we're doing stuff. Well, there's dead air and there's nothing else to do. So in order to fill the gap, we gotta play some Blue Archive. I had to do my dailies anyways. Oh, Gigi left the lobby. Okay. We've got some nice music. to listen to while we wait. Alright. Damn, that's 4 summons in a row that I got Ibuki. Okay, well, I can't complain. Oh, the Cynthia theme. Such a powerful, powerful song. So we have technical difficulties on both sides of the draft. Well, on both sides, on both teams. So just taking a few minutes to fix them, and then we'll be up and running. Oh. Won't be too long. We're gonna have a new link in just a second. First time I'm seeing that the draft, like the just random draft, can be timed out. Okay, so Alright, there we go. There we go. Like nothing happened. I was waiting on Dre's. I'm going 1v9 to reconnect, and then we should be good to go to start the draft. I think. I don't know. Alright, looks like we are starting the draft. Coming off momentum from game number 1. Let's see what Blossom are going to stick to. Looks like Seeker's Ari is going to get banned. They do understand that it was pivotal in terms of the playmaking needed to win that game. Let's see, we're seem to be keeping the same bans here on the side for Blossom so far. Banning Pickle Waffle Zoe, banning Ash away from Ghost Nation. And okay, so the bans are going to stay the same outside of that. We are taking the Syndra and we ban the Ari instead of the Syndra for the first rotation. Where Ghost Nation going to be punished with a Ari, with an Ash and a Sivir ban. Have to see what we adapt to this first pick Syndra. I mean, Caitlyn is still open, but well, it is a good champion into Syndra. It can be a little harder to play. Oh. We've got a Teemo pick? Okay. And a Jace pick. Alrighty. Okay, the Teemo could be a flex between Batan and Gwen 1v9. Batan has been playing it a lot in solo queue. It is B tier jungler, but I mean, it can get some stuff done. So we'll have to see if that is the case. What is Gaboubou going to answer with? Okay, looks like we are going to look to just take the Sejuani and play the tank matchup here for Ishiji. And I'm pretty sure that is Seeker's Jace. So we've got the potential of mid jungle locked in for both teams, but let's see if Gaboubou have the correct read. It's going to be a Renekton in the top lane. Okay, not something you'd idealistically want to play as versus Teemo, but it is definitely a winnable matchup and combines pretty well with the Syndra in the elimination aspect of being able to send someone to the Shadow Realm. Looks like we're going to be locking in Aurora. Okay, so I do believe it is Teemo jungle, Aurora top, Jace mid. Interesting team comp, that's for sure. Let's see what Blossom are going to ban here. Purely bot lane specific bans are left for both sides. So we're going to be banning Ghost Nation's Kog'Maw. Okay. I'm gonna be banning his perfect girl's Bard. Ooh, okay. What are we going to ban? Okay, so we've got 4 bans directed at Ghost Nation. And now we're banning the Caitlyn. Okay, so, I mean, the Jinx is still up. They both play it. But Jinx into this into this comp doesn't feel very good to play, I'll be honest. Because there is no peel for the Jinx in this game. Okay, looks like we are going to go with the Varus. Alright, interesting. Here we're going to lock in Blitzcrank and a Zed hover. Oh, could it be Ghost Nations? Syndra? No. I don't think... Oh, okay, so it is Syndra Blitzcrank bot lane. Okay. An interesting flex pick. At least I hope it's Syndra bot lane, because Zed AD carry... We've got definitely a very interesting draft, but a lot of melee champions to tag the permafrost with. So it's going to be interesting to see what we end up doing. And is Perfect Girl going to be playing Swain? Okay, so we've got a very squishy poke style comp here for the side of Blossom versus a sort of all-in pick comp on the side of Gaboubou. We'll have to see if the Curious Cooks are enough. But definitely did not have any of these picks on my bingo card for a Mamago game. Let's see if this interesting, funny composition is able to secure the 2-0 sweep here for the side of Blossom. Would be a welcoming sweep and a first since their debut game in the league. Oh. I've got a notification. I don't even know. Watch this raids. Alright, both teams are ready. It is time to hide the draft and get into Champ Select. We'll be finding out where these champions are going. I'm pretty sure it's Swain Varus bot lane with Aurora top, Teemo jungle, Jace mid. From prior knowledge for this team is that none of them share any of these champions. Definitely an interesting take. But we'll have to see if this... I want to say it's a Syndra 80 carry. It could be Syndra. It could be Zed 80 carry, but Zed Blitzcrank doesn't feel really good. I think the Zed is more of an answer into the Jace than Syndra is. Okay, so it is Aurora top. And we've got Shipmo in the jungle. Okay. So, the biggest problem here, we have no tank on the side of Blossom. Okay, it is going to be Pick a Waffle on Zed in the mid lane. A Lulu hover for Seeker's girlfriend. And now, yeah, okay, so we've got Syndra Blitzcrank versus Varus Swain. The Varus Swain, a more common style of bot lane to see when you don't want to play like an engaged support. Swain is kind of like a mix of both. He's an engaged support that can poke and be tanky. It really depends on the build, but like, given that support itemization and gold income kind of stops after like 1 to 2 items at most in most games, we'll have to see if this is more of like a Conqueror Swain or like you know, like an Aftershock Swain or something like that. Well, we'll have to see. It might be a 4-lane Swain, like where the rune page is really strictly for the 2v2 and not optimized for the team fights. But we'll have to see what we get into it. Definitely a new pick here that I haven't seen is Perfect Girl play. About 90% of the games have been on Bard, so I think we've only, other than that, we've seen Melio. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into the game. Reminders about 4 minutes before we do get into the game. If you need to go get a drink, a snack, or head to the washroom real quick, do so while we are in the spectator delay so you don't miss out on any of the action in the game. We've got 2 exciting cooked drafts for you, and hopefully we'll have an action-packed game filled with back and forths. Alright, we've entered spectator delay. So we've got 3 minutes before the game starts. Alright, it's time to pause the music as we get into the game for game number 2. And let's see some action. Alright, here we go. We're getting into the game. Everyone's got skins on the side of Blossom. Alright, we've got 10 skins for this game. Let's go. Interesting. Oh, it looks like we have an on-hit Varus. Interesting decision that we are not going lethality Varus. I mean, it makes a bit of sense, but also he doesn't really have the peel to play like alright. Looks like we got an offensive start from everyone except for Necton.
To Summoner's Rift.
Okay, we've got standard 5-point here from the side of Gaboubou, and I think we're going to have a defensive watch on the bot side here for Blossom. Blitzcrank compositions are known for their invadability, but without an 80 carry, the invadability kinda...
Minions have spawned.
Okay. No XP gained, but a little bit of money gained here. We've got Phase Rush here on Jace. Interesting. Glacial Augment on Swain. Okay. It'll proc on his Never Move only. But we'll have to see how Pick a Waffle plays in this counter matchup. Looks like both mid laners have Absorb Life. So they will be healing a little bit every time they kill a creep.
I see your spirit.
Okay, Aurora going to be able to abuse Renekton in the early parts of the matchup. And the Lecho going to be Stormwind really needing that level 2 to be able to play. Okay. So because we are Lethality Varus, because we are on hit Varus, we will have a little bit of mana issues if we spend too much mana in lane. Stormwind does have to be careful. He is on super weak side. And until he gets at least an MR item, gonna be heavily shoved in. His perfect girl getting ignited and caught under turret. Going to be forced to flash away.
Stampede.
First blood over to Stormwing. A nice follow-up, holding the permafrost until after the flash and using the flash Ruthless Predator to make sure we got what we needed. Teemo almost done his first clear. Pick a Waffle investing his flash. Okay, interesting choice. The Vision of the Empire coming through.
Beautiful, isn't it? One realm to another.
Aurora, now that there's a bit of magic resist here on the side for Stormwing, gonna have to be a little bit careful. As Aurora without flash is pretty vulnerable to ganks. Jay's gonna teleport back with a Tear and a longsword. Never Move going to catch Antelecho, but a nice double stun here for the Syndra, going to stop any follow-up that there could have been. Varus a little down CS, but there's a big wave, so let's see what he's able to recoup.
Crossing over. A door unlocked.
Oh, the GG with the execute. Batan gonna look to flash to secure the kill. Okay, so unfortunately, yeah, Aurora going to lose a decent amount of CS in this top wave, but Renekton didn't really have much to farm. So there's not going to be a Hex Drinker right now. And yeah. Teemo with a start can be dangerous, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see the usefulness of this Teemo. Because remember, there is no front line, and when a bit of magic resist gets built up, Teemo's utility kind of washes away. Okay, Seeker going to make the roam down into the bot lane. Okay. Vatan going to hold the wave. And yeah, Vatan going to die to the all-in. Just have to be careful. Looks like we are going, I want to say, this is Nashor's 2 first on Teemo? I thought we would be going something like okay, the Dominus and the Between Worlds are now available. Oh, okay, no Rocket Grab going to be tried. A little bit of a frame drop. But that is going to be a dragon secured here. Antelecho going to be caught out once again. Vera's going to be taking the kill here. Gwen a little, Aurora a little worse for a little worse for wear. And Stormwing going to die in the 1v1, but again going to deny a decently sized wave from the side of Blossom. We did manage to steal the red buff, and now we've got like Batan going to get caught out by the Blitzcrank hook under turrets and going to give up a really easy kill over. Seeker now forced to cancel the roam. Yeah, that was a pretty horrible play by Batan. And now that we've given up the grubs, Aurora is weak again. We've got the Merc Treads now. But it looks like Batan not gonna lose any of our camps. Mr. Magic going to get caught. The Ignite coming out from Antelecho going to secure the kill. And both sums invested. Not much that he can do there. Looks like we're going Sunfire Cape here for the Sejuani. Interesting. This Perfect Girl getting caught. Never move, at least going to heal him up a little bit. But Aurora does have to play like she's weak side. Although there is no information. Okay, the Blitzcrank hook going to miss by a hair, but I don't think you wanted to catch that Swain who had Ignite and his ultimate. Pickle Waffle starting to build up a little bit of a lead against this Jace. Things are going from bad to worse for now with Stormwing gonna get a good trade onto Aurora, but some damage is traded back. We only have a lost chapter here. Ooh, Mr. Magic gonna dodge that. Ooh. Gonna dodge that hook by the skin of his teeth. But Pickle Waffle just going to secure a kill here. Stormwing has the kill pressure. So Aurora going to have to lose all this juicy CS. Another wave denied. We'll see if Aurora decides to invest a teleport. Okay, Sejuani going to miss the flail of the northern winds. Gigi going to walk away, but the Cyclosaur now finished here for the Zed. A little bit of a gold lead. The Flash Blitzcrank hook. Mr. Magic in a little bit of danger. Unfortunately, Ghost Nation wasn't ready to commit the ultimate. Would have been enough to kill Mr. Magic, but didn't feel like he needed it. Ooh. Seeker taking a pretty bad trade. Pickle Waffle flashing backwards after seeing the Teemo. But, yeah. Let's see, does Jace have an item here? Nope. Yeah, okay, Jace does have the opportunity. Oh. The Jace going to annihilate the Pickle Waffle in the all-in. Unfortunately, the Ignite was not available to help secure the kill. And the Jace E is a root, so it was a good amount of damage. Opportunity allowing Jace to do some nasty things. Here we have the Infernal, the Chemtech Dragon spawn.
I see your spirit.
Okay. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a bit of a minefield here spread by the Teemo. Now, Batan is running towards the grubs as fast as she can. And now they know this. So Batan gonna do what she can to get as many grubs as she can. She's gotten one so far. Batan going to flash away now from the Flail of the North, but that's going to be 5 grubs to 1 for the side. The teleport being invested by the Aurora. Vision of the Empire is going to see them. And I think Renekton's going to not take a recall. It's about 800 gold, but doesn't have enough for what he wants to buy. I think we're looking to go. I think this honestly looks like Strikebreaker moment. Oh, okay. The Flash, Blitzcrank out. Not gonna be able to look to find Mr. Magic, Swain, and the Jace now. Going to look at. Oh, Renekton has to be a little bit careful. Okay. His perfect girl going to get killed here. And yeah, okay. So this game's pretty action heavy here. Teemo finishing his Nashor's Tooth. Gonna hope to be a little more useful than what Batan has done so far this game. Kinda hasn't really shown much presence. But we have the Luden's Companion and the boots here for Syndrome. Mr. Magic has a Blade of the Ruined King. The Pickle Waffle now with the Lucidity boots. We almost have the Stridebreaker here for Renekton, but we are going to be starting. The Herald. Looks like the Blitzcrank hook is going to miss. Okay, we're going to grab the Herald here for Gaboubou. Mr. Magic going to be struggling a little bit to clear against Ghost Nation. Let's see. Got about 1,000 gold on the Zed that is unspent. So it's probably another Dirk, and Delecho probably looking for a play on the Jace. Okay. Renekton gonna get some good turret pressure. We've got... It's one dragon apiece. Teemo going to be... Oh! Caught under turret again. The Flail of the Northern Winds is going to miss here. The teleport going to be invested by Renekton, and the Lecho going to be the victim here. But we've got a Renekton. The Dominus popped. And now his perfect girl probably going to go down. First turret going to go over to Gaboubou. And his second turret probably also going to go over to Gaboubou. Stormwing has to be a little bit careful.
See my world. Open your mind. Crossing over. My world confirmed.
Oh, Ghost Nation going to be there to assassinate, going 1v9, and Pickle Waffle going to win the duel.
Rampage.
Against... Ooh. Magic going to miss the piercing arrow. Teemo looking to get... this Ocean Dragon. Which is the second dragon. We've got a teleport invested by the Syndra. We're looking to push this Teemo off. Clearing division. Unfortunately, Teemo hasn't really been able to do much. Outside of be a little bit of a nuisance. It's a little bit of a troll pick. Okay. Gigi might have to call this off because
One realm to another. Between worlds.
okay, Teemo going to be able to secure it with a smite, but that's going to be a turret given over to the Renekton. This Aurora pick not really working out. Because it was a counter pick, and this Z pick has been working wonders. It looks like it's gonna be Jace is gonna be able to get a turret in exchange, but we're losing the bot outer and maybe the bot inner. Jace gonna start putting work on that middle inner though. It was a really important turret to get. Gonna be able to get it here. So that's a good amount of gold influx for the Jace. But unfortunately, while it helped Seeker shore up the gold lead against Pickle Waffle. Pickle Waffle has... But they both have 2+ completed items at this point. But the thing is, Magic doesn't really have any appeal. Aurora is super squishy. And things are only going from bad to worse here. We now have probably finished boots. And that's going to be the middle inner taken for the side of Gaboubou. So... the top lane inner also has like no HP, Batan, getting caught and going to probably, flashing away to survive. Seeker getting caught here though, unfortunate. Gigi going to be able to live the burst because, well, they don't really have any damage. Mr. Magic not being baited into using any of his summoner spells here. It's important. Looks like we're going Rylai's on the Swain, but The Zed is so big that it kind of just two-shots the Swain like a combo or two. Mr. Magic does have to be careful. It looks like we are going the the full unhit build for Varus. We got the Storm Surge now for Syndra. That's a lot of damage. And we have a Luden's Companion on Aurora. Interesting. Not an item I would have built into Renekton plus Sejuani, but whatever goes, goes. On the bright side, is Batan richer than... No, Batan is behind, even though she has 30 plus CS over Gigi. Seeker gonna take a random turret shot. Gonna get... Okay, well, his Perfect Girl going to get locked up. But we're gonna use the Demon Flare to maybe heal up a little bit more. The Between Realms gonna be used. We don't have the Dominus anymore. We really want this turret, but we don't have a wave. However, that's a middle inhibitor turret that's taking a lot of damage. And we're taking a top lane inner. I don't think this one kill... Was it a bounty kill? Okay, it was a bounty kill, at least. But I don't know. Having an open inhibitor at 20 minutes feels a little awkward. Okay, Seeker gonna be able to get away with his life, not having to invest his flash, but getting a good chunk of damage. Magic flashing away from Zed. Zed at this point of the game is really scary. Okay. Let's see. Do we have... We have the Warmogs here for Sejuani. That's huge because now some magic resist. And yeah, we're not really gonna have much damage here. The Storm Surge comes out and does about 5% of Renekton's HP, so not what we wanted to see. Antelecho with some quality hooks this game. And his Perfect Girl just going to annihilate. His Perfect Girl going to get annihilated by Ghost Nation. Okay, Antelecho getting caught, but Mr. Magic not having access to Flash, going to get popped like a zit.
That's gotta sting.
Okay.
I will tear the world asunder.
Teemo going to be stealing the Ocean Dragon here away from Ajiji, which is good. Ghost Nation forced away. Now Antelecho is on turret defense duty against an Aurora. I don't really understand these lane assignments. But here, Grunt 1v9 going to be able to pick up a turret to help close the gold lead. Now has a 500 gold lead into this Renekton, but Renekton's only going to get tankier as the game goes. So we'll have to see if we're able to make do on things. The Jace does a lot of damage, but Mr. Magic got popped like a zit last team fight. Pickle Waffle just looked at him and he exploded. Batan still working on our second item. And now we're getting some magic resist here for a Gigi. It's all about getting a pick with this Blitzcrank. And his Perfect Girl, once again, getting torn to pieces. And looks like it's a Baron start here for the side. Unfortunately, it's not the best Baron take. Seeker going to do what he can. But, yeah. If Batan can get a Miracle Steal, this can probably... Oh. No, Batan's just going to get... Okay, at least that's a bot lane inner taken for Seeker, which is good. Yeah. Unfortunately, not a lot of good things going on for Blossom this game. Almost have a death cap here on the Syndra. We now have the Sorelias on the Zed. And yeah, we're just getting tankier and tankier. And unfortunately, Varus without any peel, when you're on hit, you kind of need the ability to space and to land your auto attacks. Not having any access to that means that, like, Lethality Varus would have been okay. Seeker gonna get caught here. Ghost Nation, this Syndra is a problem. And we'll have to see what rectifications happen in game number 3. Because it looks like we're just going to be going to game 3. I'm really curious as to why we drafted this way. Mr. Magic gonna get caught and popped like a zit. Batan. Pickle Waffle going to die. We're going to get a kill with Aurora on Pickle Waffle. But, okay. The Jay's putting in some work, but getting stunned up. And, yeah, that's, looks like that's just gonna be game number 2 for Gaboubou League Club. We're heading over into the draft for game number 3. I would like a little bit more of a serious draft from the side of Blossom. If not, due to the normality of the Blossom curse, Gaboubou could realistically be taking a 2-1 victory here. Gonna be waiting. Here we go. We are now in the lobby for game number 3. Let's get our music back on. Get some good vibes going, because that last game was anything but good vibes. Oops. There we go. So it looks like we've got Blossom on blue side. So it looks like we are going to see some draft adaptation changes. A nice win here for the side of Gaboubou League Club. But I feel like it was, while Gaboubou League Club did play that pretty well, I feel like the win was just handed to them on a silver platter. I think individually the picks can have merits that Blossom made, but I really just don't feel they were appropriate for the team. Like the team comp they drafted just didn't work. Let's unhide the draft, and it looks like we're about to get ready to get into the draft for game number 3. Let me update the score. We've got an exciting game 3. Hopefully it's an exciting game 3. Game 1 was a stomp for Blossom. Game 2 was a stomp for Gaboubou. Like, it wasn't even kind of funny how bad of a stomp it was. Looks like we have a 2-minute wait before we start the draft. In game number 3, what I want to see, I want to keep that, if I'm playing against Blossom, I want to keep that RE ban. And if you know you have an answer to the Syndra, then you can leave it open, force Seeker onto it. Or if you don't want to see it, I would probably just keep the standard bans, swap the Syndra ban for the RE ban. force Seeker to play Syndra if it's left open, and if not, anyways, Ghost Nation can play it into Magic, and we saw that Ghost Nation had no trouble eviscerating Magic, and neither did Pickle Waffle that game. I wasn't too convinced by the on-hit Varus when there was no front line. I would have liked to see maybe a Levaldi Varus, but we would have probably ran into the issue of if they can't land a poke before the team fight starts, they don't have a team fight. But here we go. We are getting ready. Okay. Looks like we are starting to take our position. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. The draft here has now started. Sorry, I missed it. Looks like we're... Ooh. Okay, so we've got the same bans here from Blossom. Okay, we're banning... Okay, so now we're leaving the Skarner open for Anne. Man, like, why do teams do this? At every game 3, Batan gets her Skarner. A champion that could be so pivotal. Oh, we're leaving the Skarner open. And we're going to take the Hui here for Seeker. Okay, that's interesting. Will Gaboubou just take the Skarner? I mean, Hui is good into Skarner. The Fear is really nice into the Ixtal Impact. But, I mean, the... Okay, looks like we are just going to take the Lilia. Okay. Interesting draft so far. I mean, Ghost Nation probably gonna be the recipient of another like 50 bans in the second round of bans. So, but he seems to have been playing properly. I'm interested. Okay, it looks like we are going to prioritize Ghost Nation on his Kaisa. Going to give him a bit of agency here for game number 3. Let's see what Blossom is cooking. The Hui is a champion that Seeker plays pretty damn well, but I wouldn't have expected it to be a blind pick. And did they know that Gaboubou wasn't gonna pick the Skarner? Because now it's a free Skarner angle. Oh, a Viego angle. Okay. Interesting. We're leaving the busted Skarner open. Alright. I think here we're going to end the first set of picks with the 80 carry pick for Mr. Magic. Okay, looks like we've got Caitlyn. Alright, I mean, Mr. Magic's Caitlyn is pretty consistent. He does a lot of damage. Doesn't always see results, but is pretty consistent with the ults, the 90 caliber net combos. But this Blossom team comp right now is pretty feast or famine. We're going back to the Blitzcrank for my boy Antelecho. After having such a wonderful game on the Blitzcranky in game number 2, looks like it is going to be the Kaisa Blitzcrank bot lane. Mr. Magic really has to be careful here. Okay, we're gonna be banning the Bard once again, taking his perfect girl off his comfort pick. A Pickle Waffle Zed going to be banned away, rightfully so. Man was disgusting on it. And we'll have to see what we are playing here. I think we are picking a top lane. We are picking the mid laner to keep the top lane counter pick option open. We'll have to see how things go from here. I mean, the Gnar is still open, so probably will just see the Gnar. Either a Gnar or something like a Cassante for going 1v9. But let's see what we pick up here for Pickle Waffle. We're going to be picking up a Nivea. Okay, interesting. A lot of magic though. A lot of magic damage. Okay. I like Nivea into Hue. I feel like it can be pretty decent. Oh, his perfect girl going to be playing Alistair. Oh, okay. Yeah, Alistair is locked in. Okay, so it is Caitlyn, Alistair versus Kai'Sa Blitzcrank. A little bit weak side for the Caitlyn side. And they won't have much pushing pressure early on. But if they can get the advantage early game versus Kai'Sa, they can look to maybe leverage a few plates if they're going to be trading grubs. Let's see what we're locking in here for Gwen 1v9. We finally, okay, it looks like we're putting Gwen 1v9 on Ornn duty. It's the horn of the Ornn porn. Auga motherfuckers. Now, are we going to see a carry here from the side of Stormwing? We are going to see Cassante. Okay, so a nice tank to round out the team. Kai'Sa is probably going to have to go the AD build because did a little bit too much magic damage otherwise on the side of Gaboubou. Let's get ready for this interesting game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Alright, both teams are ready. Let's get into it. As a reminder, you have about 5 minutes before we get into the game, so if you need a snack, a drink, or if you need to hit the washroom, I would go do so now. And we'll see you guys in the game. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, just had to get a quick snack in. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Alright, we've got about 30-40 seconds until we get into game. These drafts look interesting. I feel like the late game scaling though is definitely given to Gaboubou. So Blossom are going to have to prove that they're not tilted, because game number 2 was what the fuck. That definitely was a T1 happy gaming. I mean, it started off okay, but then there was a chain of like everyone just getting caught and like no one respecting the Blitzcrank, and then like you don't have vision. You feel like Blitzcrank is in the bush, you put a ward, well, you turn your sweeper on, you see the Blitzcrank, and you're like, ah, fuck. And then you're dead. Here we go. Ooh, a nice Lilia skin. The goated Cassante skin, the best Kai'Sa skin. Alright, Battle Academia Caitlyn, I can respect that. We got that Choo Choo R! And Moo Cow Alistar. Alright. UIOI.
Horns.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, we've got standard 5-point on for both teams. Let's say we got Electrocute versus Comet in the mid lane. We've got Comet versus Lethal, Fleet Footwork versus Lethal Tempo. I got double Aftershock, double Grass top, double Aftershock support, double Conqueror in the jungle. Alright, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Batan is able to get her mojo on. Often a decider if for both Batan and Seeker, a decider if the team will do well. If their coordination is not on point, normally that is just an auto game loss. But we'll see here. We've got a blue side start for Batan, and we've got a chicken start for Lilia. Other than that, I'm not expecting any action in the top lane. It is just but this is the first time that Ghost Nation gets to play an active AD carry. Okay. It's weird that there has been more action in the top lane than there has bot or mid, but I'm guessing we're just trying to like, ooh, Pickle Waffle taking a horrible trade here. Brought down to about 30% health. Unfortunately, Ornn getting a little bit zoned away from the wave. Stormwing respecting the brittle procs possibilities from the Ornn. Doesn't want to get chunked too hard. It's not the early game. Does tend to have sustain issues, but once we get to like that first item, things tend to go from bad to better. Okay. Weren't able to close the CS gap. Oh, the Blitzcrank hook. Oh, would have been devastating. Oh. Okay, Magic having to burn both sums. The Nivea passive going down. The Ignite invested by Antelecho. But now Seeker without Flash is a lot more vulnerable. But this means that Patan is going to get access to the first double scuttle of the game. Seeker getting a little low on HP, but so is Pickle Waffle. Patan is here, shadowing. Ooh, that Brittle Proc gonna hurt Stormwind quite a bit. Okay, the Cassandra Shield this time going to absorb the Ornn combo. Ornn gonna look to take a reset here. Ghost Nation probably wanting to get a back while the wave was slightly frozen against him. Lilia, first back is going to be a Faded Ashes versus a Rectrix Dagger. It looks like we are going Kraken Slayer here on Viego. Ghost Nation going to be down a little bit of CS. And Pickle Waffle forced to flash away. Unfortunately, not connecting the spells needed. Well, Blitzcrank gets a good hook on Magic. Magic does have no flash, at least for the next like 3 minutes. Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, it looks like Dragon Pressure. Oh, Pickle Waffle has to be careful. The Viego is here. Okay, and Nivea going to die. That's first blood. Cassante not going to be able to find it on Tofo 3. And it looks like we've got grub access for okay, Patan only gonna take one grub, but gonna go back, seeing as it was just a Cassante and Lilia is busy farming. Okay, Mr. Magic with a nice CS lead.
I'm done holding back. Spill fall. I broke my beard.
Okay, Hui gonna now get a kill here. Sleepy time invested. Unfortunately, Seeker going to die to this Anivia, but only 2 grubs were taken, so it's gonna be a 2-for-1 grub trade. We'll see if Patan looks to make a recovery play by getting the dragon. But here we have Ghost Nation being isolated from the wave, down about almost 20 CS. Here Mr. Magic putting on a good display of talent. Okay. Delejo not seeing the success on the Blitzcrank that he saw in game number 1. In game number 2. Okay, the Hex Flash invested by the Blitzcrank. Nothing's going to be used. As being one of the better bot lane starts for Mr. Magic and his Perfect Girl. Something passive. Alistair gonna be pulled by the Blitzcrank. Gonna take a little bit of damage.
Yes.
The Lilia here, though. And is Perfect Girl going to get annihilated by the Lilia here? Batan not able to respond. Both junglers having about almost 2,000 gold to spend. Okay, Batan here to save Mr. Magic. Okay, Seeker going to be able to live with by utilizing his flash. Okay, Stormwing not going to be able to find the kill. Going to be able to force this Ornn away. Ooh, the third shot not going to be enough. Gwen 1v9 almost getting the kill. Looks like both top laners are going to choose to reset here. Actually, Cassante is going to look to just push the wave in. We're going a Sunfire Cape here on Ornn. Looks like we have the Liangis secured versus the Kraken Slayer. Both junglers at about the same power level. But Ghost Nation down a decent amount of CS. There is a pretty decent gold lead, however, in the mid lane. It's about like 300. It's okay. So the gold lead mid for Blossom is the gold lead top for Gaboubou. Pick a waffle here. Going to find a pink ward. Try and clear it. He is not in danger. Okay. Seeker gonna be worse for wear after a trade, but getting a nice fireball onto Pick a Waffle. We've almost got the Hollow Radiance here for Cassante. Miss Magic gonna get tagged by the Prey Seeker. Okay. It looks like we've got dragon priority. This is the first dragon of the game, and we're almost 12 minutes in. Surprising that it's taken so long to take this this objective.
Perfect.
But okay, we are going to take dragon. Batan going to get knocked up and crowd controlled. Unfortunately, Blossom going to be Magic lives by the skin of his teeth.
Perfect.
Okay. Pick a Waffle not gonna be able to find any skill shots in that fight. Does manage to pick up a few kills, so he will be a little happier. And it looks like it's going to be we've got a Batan. Okay. Okay. Cassante forced the flash over the wall, but at least that means we're gonna be 4 grubs to 2 here for the side of Blossom. A little bit of a recovery. We're now 600 gold up, but now this Lilia is going to start getting annoying. This Anivia now officially has a Rod of Ages. Caitlyn finished her first item, and we're getting close. But now Kaisa with access to grubs. I mean, we're trading money on Ornn for money on Kaisa, and I honestly would always take money on Kaisa if I'm going to be 100% honest. Sunday, unfortunately, not having the money to finish his item just yet. Batan going to get yeeted on. And Seeker going to be able to help kill the Lilia. Pickle Waffle in a little bit of trouble. But Cassante... Oh. Unfortunately, not going to have enough momentum. And yeah, Antiletro going to die bot lane, allowing Mr. Magic to get at least a plate, but his Perfect Girl looking for a dive opportunity. Ooh, okay, well, that was a nice combo. There was no outplaying that. I mean, maybe you could have, unfortunately the grab with no turret aggro. Mr. Magic.
One hoof trap, two hooves tra-la.
Alright, we've got the Watch Out Eve, and that's a double kill for a Gigi, getting a decent shutdown. Batan going to take advantage by grabbing a camp, I guess. Is a red buff worth your bot lane? I'm not sure. But Pickle Waffle here in a bit of trouble. Unfortunately, the Blitzcrank not going to be the Lecho not going to be able to help. But we've got the Cassante teleport. Sleepy time invested, and Batan just going to get murdered. Gwen 1v9 gonna be able to get some turret pressure. Might be able to get is this first turret? Yeah, this might be first turret blood for the Ornn. And the Ornn's gonna be able to catch up all the okay. Unfortunately, Stormwing going to be much stronger than the Ornn at this point of the game. Just going to annihilate. It's going to annihilate the Ornn in the 1v1. The turret was nice. But we're going to need to see a little bit more. At least Ornn being able to close the gold lead by a little bit. But now with the kill, we're back up to 600 up for Cassante. And Cassante went ahead. Can be pretty disgusting. Batan getting caught here. But Ajiji is nowhere near. Looks like we're setting up for Dragon number 2. It's just a Hextech Dragon, so it's not that important, but Mr. Magic really wants to take this bot lane. Gets caught, forced to flash and barrier, and now Cassante gets a free turret. Okay, Gwen 1v9 forced away. A turret is down. Ooh. Seeker going to just kill Pickle Waffle out of the blue here. Pickle Waffle not respecting and taking a turret shot, unfortunately. Things going from bad to worse here. But Ghost Nation going to be able to get a turret of his own. Allowing us to close up the gold lead. Lilia almost has the Rift Maker. Teleport going to be invested here by Seeker. Flash in response by Ajiji. And we're going to take about half the turret in the mid lane's HP. Didn't really lose anything outside of that. Seeker getting tagged, Sleepy Time being invested.
I take what is mine.
Teleport now being invested by the Anivia. Okay, so that's a big cooldown used, but and force the flash and ult away. Almost got double burn items on. Almost got double burn items here for Hui.
Enough!
Okay, but 10 trying to find. Okay, Antelecho going to walk up with the rocket grab. Gonna land a hit on the Blitzcrank. Unfortunately, not gonna have the rocket grab to pull the Blitzcrank back. The bowling ball gonna be invested. Mr. Magic now topside too. Ghost Nation is also around. It looks like the steal on the ground was not gonna be successful. We are letting this Anivia try and scale up a little bit though. But now we have the Riftmaker on the Lilia. And we'll have to see what we get after that. So 2 items completed on both junglers. Mr. Magic gracefully dodging the rocket grab. Okay, we've got a Mountain Soul this game. Really important for both teams. The Cassante and the Ornn will benefit amazingly. Looks like we are trying to set up a little bit of a trap. And the Lecho not going to find what he wants to find. Okay, so we used the Caitlyn ultimate and the Hui ultimate. Got a little bit of damage on the Blitzcrank. But Seeker took a lot of damage here. So unfortunately, not the best scenario. Sante pushing in the Ornn. Batan looking to get another red buff for her team. And Gigi getting the blue buff for his team. We got about 1,000 gold here on a Gigi. Let's see what a Gigi is going to reset. We've got a Mountain Dragon in 40 seconds. So I assume this is what we are resetting for. The Void Scuttle going to be secured by Cassante. So now we know that there is vision on the Baron. Cassante's just going to go back to pushing out at the top side. Probably going to go Jack Show next. Or might just get a Koenig. I mean, if he gets a Koenig, Quay literally will do negative damage to him. Mr. Magic definitely going to need to get some armor pen sooner or later. Because this Cassante, Sleepy Time going to be invested. I don't know why Antelecho didn't hit the target that couldn't respond, but that's a big ultimate used by Gaboubou and nothing was gained. Oh, we gained Magic's flash. Oh, is Gigi going to get caught here? Ghost Nation not going to be able to get away, and Gaboubou in Gaboubou fashion throwing their lead. Here we have game 3. And Gaboubou had a strong start, but it feels like they're not trying to follow up. When we have 4 grubs here for the side of Blossom, so that's going to be a Mountain Dragon secured. Really don't know why we held the flash as Lilia. Really had to get out of there. Koenig worker done for the Ornn now. Gonna be really important to try and survive this Anivia and Lilia duality. But now we do have 2 items on the Anivia. Seeker is up about 2,000 gold though. So we'll have to see how much we can put in terms of effort with this first pick Hui. the ornaments are starting to come out, so we do have to be careful. There's a lot of money. This okay, well, Gazande and Orn just wet noodle fighting in the top lane. We've got Mountain Soul Point contention though in 4 minutes. We'll have to see if the next play is around that or the Baron that's currently spawned. But neither team have an amazing Baron take. Okay, GG gonna get caught out. Force the flash. Sleepy time being invested. Okay, so we used the Anivia teleport was also committed, so Seeker is just going to get a lot of pressure for free in the bot lane. Another nice play by Blossom, and Seeker is going to get this turret, increasing his gold lead to about 3,000 in the mid lane. We are now, it looks like we are building a Liandry's on Anivia. We have the Seekers now for, we've got the Seekers for Lilia, so hopefully she can get out of trouble. An Abyssal Mask, interesting choice of item here for the Cassandre, probably just to help his team out more than anything. We've got the Death Cap upgrade here for Hui. Now Hui is going to be really strong. Keep in mind these ornaments add about 1,000 plus, about 1,000 gold worth of stats to the character. So that's about, that's almost an extra needlessly large rod for free for Seeker, because it's yeah, it's exactly a needlessly large rod. That's crazy. Okay, Orn working on another item. A little bit down on the Cassandre, but it doesn't really matter at this point because the Orn has scaled, and now the Orn's job is to CC the Lilia, the Anivia, and or the Kaisa in team fights. And if he does that, he'll have done his job, even though his laning phase wasn't amazing. If Cassandre is not able to isolate Caitlyn, Viego, or Hui from the team fight, things just go from bad to worse. The rocket grab not going to find anyone. Would have been devastating had it found Magic, because Magic did not have his flash. Gaboubou in Gaboubou fashion, just doing Gaboubou things. And yeah, just randomly face checking when you know they're there. Unfortunately, Antelecho burning his flash, getting his jungler killed, and that's going to be a free Baron over to the side of Blossom. I'm not ready to call the game just yet. It is just a 4,000 gold lead, but it'll be about a 7,000. Yeah, it'll be about a 6,000 gold lead after. And the Viego's been pretty nice this game. But I do like seeing Seeker on Hui. It's a lot better than seeing him on any AD picks. I feel like Seeker on AD champions just is a big no-no. He's a really good control mage player. Okay. Now we've got Seeker recalling, getting a Blighting Jewel. Batan has 3 items now, which is pretty big on that. We've got Dragon in 15 seconds. Lilia has no flash, and Anivia is top lane, so they have information about that. Seeker going to be pushing the top lane out. Actually, no. Looks like everyone's going to be converging. Batan's getting bot lane prio. Okay. We have a Seeker's Arm Guard, but we refuse to use it. Interesting choice. Antelecho going to go down. The Cassandre going to isolate Mr. Magic, but Mr. Magic will just flash away. And unfortunately, Gaboubou gonna lose in Gaboubou fashion, getting caught not using any active items. And yeah. Unfortunately, we are just repeating game 3 from DH versus Gaboubou, where someone just makes a really bad play, gets shit on. Now that's Mountain Soul. We have Baron, 4 grubs. That's at least going to be 2 inhibitors. It might be the game, but it looks like we're not going to push for it. But yeah. It looks like we are setting up a play towards the top side. We already have the 2 inhibs, so we're gonna be sieging. We're gonna be sieging the top side with 4 members. We've got Ornn pushing in the mid lane, bringing in a big wave. And we're gonna be denying the jungle. Mr. Magic going to be bullying this Cassante at this point. Unfortunately, it's Cassante, so it's not going to take much damage. Well, Cassante has had a great game. Unfortunately, Gigi has had quite a few blunders with Antolecho. Alright, going 1v9, going to get hit under the turret, but I mean, this Ornn doesn't care. Yeah. Not taking any damage. That Mountain Soul, double Mountain Dragon. That's gonna be... There's only 3 turrets left. Let's see if they mount the defense here, because Hook's gonna go wide. I have the Watcher's gonna catch a Blitzcrank. Isolated. Oh, and at the Lecho going to almost get killed by the Hui plus Caitlyn ult combo. Unfortunately, for Blossom, he's not gonna die. But fortunately, I mean, the passive did proc. We now have the Zhonya's Hourglass for Lilia, but unfortunately, Stormwing not gonna be able to carry his team out of a deficit. Yeah, we've had no good sleepy time. I mean, Anne's going to die. Ghost Nation's going to get a kill. But the Thunderbolt's gonna be enough. And now another Thunderbolt. The Anivia E gonna be enough. Zone is used perfectly just to die. And Gaboubou in Gaboubou fashion going to be losing yet another series. The same way they lost the first one. So thank you guys for joining me on this cast. It's a little unfortunate I had to cast the same series twice, because that's exactly what happened against. I think they played. I forget who Gaboubou League Club played. But they played DH on Wednesday, and they lost like the exact same way. We get to game 3. Suddenly, people take a really bad team fight. We start throwing. The game's over. So anyways, as a reminder, do check out my YouTube channel if you want to catch up on any games that you may have missed. Other than that, we'll see you maybe before Super Week. But if not, we'll see you for Super Week starting Sunday. I'll be casting the entire Super Week for DH Gaboubou for Division 3, and Division 4 we'll be doing Division 4 we're doing what's it called? DH Plume. Congrats, Mr. Magic! Yeah, Blossom won a series. Let's go. All right. Anyways, on that note, have a good night, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for watching.